I think that it's actually easier to engage families in a primary setting, and it's also extremely important. Our families make up school council, make up the large community hub of the school. So I think that family engagement is really important. So a lot of schools in Barwon, we've been making sure that we have family reps on our Respectful Relationships teams. We've been having a number of family engagement sessions. We've been having open classrooms, days where families are welcome to come on board, because I think teachers go, oh, no, this isn't going to go down with our families. This is going to be really difficult. And then when we're able to say, just give it a go, or talk to your students, talk to your families, on the whole, when they understand what it is and understand what it's not, then families have been really engaged. So we've had a couple of schools, in particular, the Our Lady Star of the Sea Catholic Primary School in Ocean Grove, that have done some really fantastic respect walks, where they've involved families in sending home some information around respectful relationships and some pledges as a family that they could make around respectful relationships and the family unit. And then bringing on community organisations, the fire brigade, police, all sorts of things, and then actually coming and doing a walk and all sort of signing a pledge and putting their ribbon on a particular pole around the community. They did a big walk around Ocean Grove. And so a lot of schools have sort of done some really quite big events, as well as some info sessions, and also like some sort of tea and talk days and things like that. I've talked to a lot of school council groups, parish priests, you name it. Yeah, I'm really keen to make sure that families know what we're doing and what we're supporting schools to do, and being able to support schools to answer those tricky questions. And so, yeah, definitely school council meetings and things like that. And the engagement in primary schools, they have a very strong social emotional learning already. A lot of our schools are already Kids Matter schools or School Aid PBS schools or Berry Street. So sometimes the respectful relationship stuff I find is actually easier in a primary setting, as long as we can really walk them through that topic 7 and 8 and what that means and what that looks like on the ground. Therese, do you want to?
Look, I think in a school setting it is really important to build on what's already there, and see, we certainly have at our school in terms of a positive behaviours school, some of the other things we do, zones of regulation. And in terms of parent engagement, so in terms of respect for relationships, so we've had our orientation for our new parents coming in, so certainly we talked about respectful relationships around that. Also in terms of, it is looking at what you do already, so I think thinking like over the last few years at our school, we usually hold key events for like Mother's Day and Father's Day, and we now have way more dads come on our Father's Day pie night. And so even last year, just to sort of start, I just sort of took the iPad around and started asking, with their father, son or significant male, what does your relationship mean? So just starting to use some of the language about that. So, we'll look to build on that. Just the other thing too that I would mention that we've done, this is in our higher levels, is we do a program called the Jigsaw program. So part of that is that every week you do a catch up with the students, where it does provide an opportunity for every single student in the class to rate how their week has been, and it really is quite amazing that as the year goes on what students will share with you. And so as part of the Respect for Relationships too, we had a lawyer who is located at the Grange, who does work in schools, come in and talk about family violence. And after that, so that's a year 8, 9, all of those students said they actually wanted to know more about it. They had never heard about White Ribbon Day. They all said, so at the end of it we said, look, do you want to learn more about it? Do you want to do something about this? And every student said, yes, we want to learn more, we want to do more about that. And this is just a starting process, so they've been developing key messages. And last week, so we offered if they wanted to join the Grange Community Centre to actually join in the community walk, and we had 8 students attend that. I think they were the only school group that attended. So even that in terms of a partnership with community, where they were walking with that community agency, they shared the bus back with them, and really if I had have asked those students 3 months ago if they knew what White Ribbon was about, they would not have known about it. And sometimes too, as a school, we can be scared to have the conversations with young people. And, you know, out of those young people that went on that walk, there are that are affected by family violence. But it is about, you know, that long term. I think it was someone from DEET that said, you know, this is like a 20-year initiative. Like it's, you know, that change is going to take time. But, yeah, I totally agree, starting with the students and not being afraid to have the conversations with them, because I think we actually probably learn more from them than what they do from us. Yeah.